Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is still trying to get his name off of several state ballots so that he's even able to do the thing that he dropped out of the race to do, which is, of course, help Donald Trump. And oh boy, is he having a humiliating time of it. The latest incident took place in the swing state of Michigan that Donald Trump desperately needs to win, but a judge told Kennedy, no, you're not going to get off this ballot, dude. You fought a little too hard to get on it, and yeah, you're stuck. So here's what happened. Kennedy filed a lawsuit against Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson in the Court of Claims. He went in and he argued like, hey, look, I gave you time. I'm not past a deadline here. So obviously, unlike some of these other states where I did miss the deadline, I can get off the ballot. And on its surface, that's actually a good argument. Except that it ignores all of the other criteria here, because in the state of Michigan, like in so many other states, Kennedy has run into this issue. It doesn't matter the timing of you attempting to get yourself off the ballot. What matters is whether or not you're running as an independent, no party affiliation, or if you're actually running with a political party. And that's where Kennedy screwed up big time. Because since he is running under the We the People Party, which is an actual political party, the state law says you can't remove your name from the ballot. And to make it even more humiliating, the judge blasted him in his decision saying this: elections are not just games, and the Secretary of State is not obligated to honor the whims of candidates for political office. So the judge called him out like, basically, you're playing a game with our election system here. You're playing a game for your own personal gain. This isn't about helping the public. This isn't about furthering some cause. You're playing a game because you want some kind of power. And the state is not obligated to play this game based on your mood of the day. Oh, am I running? Am I dropping out? Am I endorsing this person? Am I endorsing this person? Who's going to give me a job? We're not doing it, the judge said. So Kennedy is still stuck on that Michigan ballot, which is what should happen. Although I do have to point out a little bit of irony here. I don't want to try to both sides things, but this is kind of funny because in a lot of these states where Kennedy is now fighting and even suing to get off the ballot, those are the same states where Republicans fought to get him on the ballot and Democrats fought to keep him off. And now those roles are completely reversed. Democrats are fighting to keep him on the ballot, while Republicans are fighting to keep him off the ballot. So it is kind of a little funny flip-flop there because, especially in North Carolina, you had the Democrats on the election board not wanting to put Kennedy on. And now that he is on, they don't want to take him off. And the Republicans on the board were just the opposite. They wanted him on. Now they want him off. The whole thing is completely hilarious. Not just, the way the parties have kind of flip-flopped their positions. I'm okay with that. What's hilarious is that Kennedy did this whole thing with one purpose: to help Donald Trump, because it's pretty clear from what Trump has said, Kennedy could have a role in his administration, and he's already given Kennedy a role in his transition team. But Kennedy can't get that if he's still on the only states that are really going to matter in this election. No offense to the other states, but this year's election is going to come down to a handful of swing states: Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, North Carolina, Arizona. And he's only been able to take his name off one of those ballots, and that's in Arizona, where he really didn't have much support to speak of anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It's been roughly 2 weeks since Kennedy dropped out. Trump has not gotten a bump in any way from this Kennedy decision, even though Kennedy's been out there actively campaigning for him. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing other than further humiliate Kennedy as he repeatedly fails to take his name off these ballots. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.